GIT SCM, the popular source version control system, is now available in your TeamForge source tab. It is powered by Gerrit and provides single sign-on, user provisioning, projects, repositories, security, and auditing. Gerrit objects are mapped to native TeamForge concepts: users, groups to roles, categories to access permissions, Gerrit projects to TeamForge Git repositories. User accounts are validated using TeamForge authentication. They are self-provisioned with their full user details when they are used the first time from Gerrit Web Console. You can add SSH public key through Gerrit user preferences. Everything else is done through TeamForge. Create Git repository, grant access permission through your existing roles, browse your Git repository and the latest commits. During the Git push operation, commits are intercepted by TeamForge. Commit objects are created and linked to Git commit ID. When commit contains references to artifacts, those are located and associated. Git is powered by Gerrit backend and preserves all its existing features: HTTP and SSH authentication, user identity enforcement on Git commit author, branch level access control. All native Gerrit functions are traced in audit trail. Let's watch Gerrit in action through TeamForge 5.4. We want to review first the way that Git has been integrated into TeamForge. Log in as TeamForge administrator. Go to the admin settings and review the integrations tab. Git appears in the list of integrations as first-class SCM adapter. We configured one Git repository in the standard TeamForge demo project. Let's go to it and review his source code settings. We can see brokerage-git in the list. All SCM properties are available for Git as for any other TeamForge source code repository. To browse your Git repository, just click on its name, and there you go. Moreover, TeamForge keeps track of the weekly Git commits. You can browse them by clicking on the number link. Git commits are archived in TeamForge as for the other SCMs. You can see them ordered by commit date. References to commit author and TeamForge artifact IDs are available as hyperlinks. You can then associate access permissions to TeamForge project roles. Let's go to Project Admin and analyze the role permissions for product developers. Click on the source code permissions and you can grant view, commit, or admin permissions on Git as well. Path-based permissions are not available here, but you'll be able to manage them through Gerrit. Nancy has product developer role associated. She'll be able to clone and push to brokerage Git repository. Let's clone brokerage Git repository. We use SSH URL with product_developer username at TeamForge hostname. Copy and paste Git repository name. There you go. Last step is the Git author definition. User full name is Nancy and email nancy@gitenterprise.com. They must match the ones defined in TeamForge user account. As Nancy was authorized to write to Git, she can edit one file, commit, and push to master. Going back to TeamForge, we can see a new commit associated to the brokerage-git repository. Click on the number link and see Nancy's commit with description and timestamp. TeamForge commit object contains references to the original Git commit ID. Look at the previous commit message. It contains an artifact ID. In this case, the commit will have an association that points to the target TeamForge artifact. You can navigate then from the artifact to the associated Git code change and vice versa. Commit association. Let's review again how it works. Nancy has a bug to fix, tracked as TeamForge artifact 1053. When she commits the changes, she includes ARTF 1053 in the commit message. When the git commit is pushed to TeamForge, the commit message is processed and a new association is created between the track bug and the associated code change that fixed that bug. Let's go back to the access control now. Assume you are a product executive. You should be able to view the code, but it is definitely better if you don't change it. TeamForge access permission has been configured to allow product executive to access Git repository in view-only mode. We moved now to Git local repository cloned and associated to product executive identity. If I try now to make a change to the source code and commit, it works as long as I am working locally. When I try to push to TeamForge, I got a upload denied error, as I am not authorized to make code changes. We want now product executive to complete the push. We connect as admin and go to the project admin. We change product executive role and grant permission to view and commit changes to Git. Let's try again to push now. It works. TeamForge access permission has been propagated and applied to Git. When we need to access Gerrit, the Git backend, we can click on the TeamForge integrated link and we are automatically connected to it with TeamForge single sign-on. Our user with full name and email is automatically recognized and provisioned in Gerrit. All the TeamForge project roles with a Git repository are available as Gerrit groups. Project name defines the namespace. Similarly, you can see Git repositories shown as Gerrit projects. Let's display the Gerrit security associated to our Git repository. You can see the access permissions propagated from TeamForge as expressed as Gerrit category permissions associated to groups with their associated ranges. Those are generated and updated automatically behind the scenes. We are free to add any Gerrit advanced access permissions, such as the quote-unquote Forge identity category, and we can still associate to TeamForge project roles. Those will be kept in Gerrit and will not be overwritten during the TeamForge access control synchronization process. All the operations, even the ones made directly on Gerrit, are traced and written to a hidden audit trail. This allows to use the best of both worlds. TeamForge application, lifecycle and compliance with the power and agility of Git and Gerrit.